I'm moving some stuff around out here today. I've got to get my pressure washer out and clean that dang on rug over there. And I'm gonna try to set this that is a tame jalapeno pepper plant there. I want it producing. Trying to get some stuff around. I hate these rugs. My daughter got these rugs. She puts one in the living room. She puts one in the kitchen. And they get scroungy. They get pet hair all over them. And you periodically have to bring them out here and pressure wash them. Now, got to move this stuff around. That doesn't hook on anything. Anyhow, so, see if I can slide this over. These is tame jalapeno plants too. Stick these over here. Alright, I'm just going for a little ride. It's a nice afternoon, it's Sunday. Got a Junk Dauber live stream tonight at 7 o'clock. Been piddling around on the deck a little bit trying to. I got to get the pressure washer out and pressure wash those dadgone rugs. I wish my daughter never got them things. They're so nasty. The dog walls on them, the cat's wall, and the stuff gets spilled on them. She's got one in the kitchen and one in the. You know what? That sofa and love seat still sitting here that somebody throwed out. I'm telling you what's true. Anyhow, you know, I love these old oak trees, especially this one. You can see how it's got these vines climbing all up in it. I've been wanting to get some cuttings off of that, but I never can find nobody here. But look how beautiful that is up there. And if I'd been a kid living here, I'd have figured a way. I'd have put me some kind of climb sticks on that thing, got up in there, and made me a little tree house. Yes, I would have. Yes, I would have. But they're several, and you know, that tree's got to be getting close to 100 years old. But there's one down here. See, there's another old tree. As you can see, but it's not as old as that one is down there. But I love these old trees. I love these old trees. And there's one up here I would expect is over 100 years old. And it is done. It is finished. Can you see that thing there? That's been cut back a good while ago. It's all dead. But in its own right, it's still beautiful. I would say that one's 100 years old. And there's a guy down here that's lived here for over 50 years. And he said his kids used to come down here and they had something built on the side of that where they could climb up in that tree, and they played in that tree while it was still alive. And that was in the 60s, I guess. But he still lives in the same house. The kids is all grown up and everything. But yeah, beautiful in its own right. Yes, it is. I love these old trees. And then there's some down here. Now, of course, I've shown y'all this one before, but look how beautiful that tree is. I would say that one's over 100 years old too. But boy, look in that first notch in that thing. You could play in that. Oh man, that would make a nice tree house right in there. And that'd be, you wouldn't have to have but 2 or 3 steps to get up in that thing. If I was a wealthy person I would pay somebody with the equipment to lift me up there in that notch. And just let me sit up in there a minute. And then get me up there in that notch. That is so beautiful. God, what a beautiful thing. Look at that. That just excites me. And look at that one. That's another 100-year-old one. That is a big tree. It's spread out up there too. There's quite a few of them around in this area. Yeah, that's a 100-year-old. You can look at the base of that thing. And see, that's gotta be a good. That's gotta be a good 3 feet across on that thing. Almost 4 feet. Circumference measurement will be all the way around, and diameter would be how much. That's a good 40-inch diameter. Hey, kitty, 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 kitty. Look at the little red cat. Hey, baby. But that is a beautiful old tree too. That's got some good play spots up there too. How about that? And look at this one. This is a nice old tree. I don't think it'd be quite 100 years old though. But sure got a lot of vines growing up that thing. I'd sure like to have some cuttings off of that. Yes, I would. Now this is the guy that raised his kids here. And right now, he lives here. His son lives here now. It's his house, but he's more or less living with his son and family. But he's a mechanic. And I'll tell you what, folks. You see this man's house right here? He built it every which way. He built all that himself. And he told me he's got a swimming pool over there. It's the in-ground pool. And he don't like nobody trespassing on it. So I'm not trespassing, and I ain't gonna tarry too long here. Now that tree right dead straight in front of us, that is a bald cypress tree. And that tree's probably 75. Cypress grows exceedingly slow. And I would say that thing's 60 or 70 years old. Maybe not quite that much. But that's a cypress. Usually you don't see them growing out like that. But that's what it is. This is a daycare center right here. And you know, there's so many of these big oaks in here that I'm assuming this whole neighborhood, before all these houses was built and everything, it was an oak hammock. An oak hammock is where a lot of big oak trees grow. And way back in the day when sailing ships was made out of wood and everything, they called these naval stores. It's where people, if need to replace a part on a ship or something, they would come to oak hammocks like this and cut parts and limbs off. It was kind of in the shape that they wanted. But that was naval stores, especially near the coast. But that's 3 big old oaks right there. And there's a couple of, well, there's 2 big jack pines too. Now the guy that built this house, this is his business over here. He's in some kind of logging business. He's in some kind of logging business. Now, see these bushes here? This is pine cone ginger lilies. And what they do, you can see down in here, see that pine cone right there? Now you can squeeze these things and watch the liquid. See the liquid? It's full of a liquid, and they use it for shampoo. Now I got some in my yard, and they're starting to grow cones like that. And you can sell the rhizomes. That's the roots. It's a type of ginger. But you can see he's loaded in there. He could probably get a quart of liquid off of those and those over there. But yeah, I got a good crop of ginger lilies over there at the house. And he's got some over here too. Pine cone ginger lilies. And it also makes good lotion, they say. I don't know. Now here's another 100-year-old, at least 100. That's got about a 40-inch diameter. Diamond, there's my little cat walking over here. Hey, baby. What you doing, huh? You want to get on Papa's lap? This is Clyde across the street from my house. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Diamond comes over here and visits, but Clyde's grapefruit trees are loaded. Hey, baby, what you doing? Huh? You my baby boy? Yeah. Look at that. Look at all them grapefruits on that tree. And his, I've been told grapefruits is bad for diabetics, so. And this is Clyde's Japanese plum tree. Loquats, and it's gonna be loaded with fruit come about January. Doggone it, Diamond. What you want, baby? I'm trying to make a video. You wanted Papa's video? Yeah, it's my baby. But yeah, this Japanese plum, it is loaded. I want to grow some more, but it's blooming like crazy right now. Well, I guess this is I went out for a little ride, looking at trees and stuff. Speaking of trees, let me turn this around there. See that palm tree? Look up in the top. It just up and died. And it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's about 12 years old. And I don't know why it died. And I got a bunch of elevators planted around it. This side don't look too great. But they'll be dying out pretty soon, quick as it really gets cold. And looking at the weather reports, supposed to be a real big cold dip coming in the south all the way down to about the Florida Panhandle, which is about 50 miles, maybe 60 or 70 miles from us. So we'll get some cool weather, but we won't get no freezing weather. But it's happening. You know, I don't know if it's normal for people to worry about stuff, and I worry about, you know, my family. It's myself, my daughter, Donovan, and Jaden, and Joey too, but he lives by, well, he don't live by himself. He's with his girlfriend. They're getting married. But Donovan is doing really good since he gave up his disability and went to work over at Walmart. He's right now going to be there a year. But he would really have difficulty being on his own. And I worry every time my daughter, like when they take Donovan to work tonight, she'll come in, we're taking Donovan to work. Okay, and that means she's taking Jaden with her. So I worry every time they go out the door to go somewhere. I worry till they get back. I worry about something happening to them. I worry about Donovan having to make it on his own. And I tell you what, I'm so thankful that I have Donovan. He's a pain in the butt sometimes. He gets real grouchy and stuff, and like the other day at the doctor, I was getting irritated by how long it was taking for the doctor to come back in there, and that, oh boy, pain in my hand, and let us go. And I said, let's go, I'm leaving, I ain't waiting around no longer. And he chimed in there, you ain't going nowhere, buddy. We're waiting right here. So that's me, him telling me, his grandpa, that it ain't gonna happen. There was a day that would have really ticked me off. But I just kind of smile in my mind. That's him taking care of me. And he's carrying the biggest load on supporting this household right now, because my daughter still isn't working, and she still hasn't got no compensation, or she's supposed to get some kind of disability thing, short-term disability or something. But he's carrying about 99% of his checks going to the house and the bills. So I'm amazed that he's doing that. And who is that? That's James. Just amazed, folks. So thankful for what I have. And if something ever happened to my daughter, and if something ever happened, something, I wouldn't want to live if all of them was gone all of a sudden. I wouldn't live. I'd end it right there. I know I shouldn't think like that, but I worry about stuff. Just bothers me no end. And I appreciate being live with my family. I appreciate having the handful of YouTube subscribers I got. And by the way, Raven Bird, thank you, sir. I thought you might be disliking me or something because of some people we was discussing. I know I lost a few people before because of that channel, but and it's so easy to tick people off on your channel. If I went into politics and religion, I'd probably tick some people off and lose some subscribers. I would probably lose people because they might know that I don't like somebody on YouTube that they like. You know, somebody was getting on me one time about a channel that's on YouTube, why I didn't like them and all that. And they acted like I didn't have the right not to like them or not to subscribe to them because they did. I told her, I said, let me ask you a question. Do you like liver and onions? A liver smothered in onions and gravy? Hell no, she said. Well, I like them. But it's the same thing. Everybody's gonna not like the same channels you like. It's the same thing. Unfortunately, I have trouble getting a lot of people that like my channel. I wish I could. I wish I could earn some decent money off of my channel, but it's gonna take 200,000 or 300,000 subscribers for me to earn the kind of money I want to earn. I mainly want to earn money to help pay the bills and save a big part of it every month to go towards my daughter and my grandsons to help her get started with a house. Heck, when I was her age, shoot, I had a house, you know. Anyway, folks, I guess it's getting on up around 6 o'clock. I got a live stream at 7. And I will try to edit this video tonight. I'm using my oldest, the first YouTube camera that I ever had. It's the YouTube White. It's the kind, it doesn't have a screen on the front. It doesn't have a battery that you take out and charge. The battery's built in, you have to charge it through the camera. I was amazed that it still works. There's something wrong with my other camera. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. it'll make videos, but it won't, when I go to upload them to Windows Movie Maker, it'll go to Windows Movie Maker and then it'll have a big X in it saying it's the wrong format, and I don't know what to do about that. Anyhow, folks, that's my story and I'm sticking to it, and I'll see y'all tonight. See ya.